Hey, Mike. What? Who's got next?
Welcome back to the Blacktop, y'all, where I always got next. So something I gotta talk about. I've been reading a lot of reports about Zion, and I got a little bit of a hot take coming. But before I get into all that, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into it. So I've been seeing a lot of reports about Zion and how he's not a team-oriented guy and all this. I know JJ Redick came out recently and was calling him out because of the whole altercation. Well, I wouldn't even call it an altercation. The whole thing with CJ McCollum getting traded there, and I guess Zion has yet to reach out to him and all that type of stuff. But and how apparently there's a divide between him and the New Orleans Pelicans, which I get it, small market team. He realistically, Zion doesn't want to be there, but that's not why I'm making this. I'm actually going to be talking about something else due to Zion, and it's about his injury record and his injury career and trajectory of his career. And again, this is probably a hot take, and that's fine. I'm cool with the criticism. Jeez, words are hard. If y'all want to come at me in the comments, whatever. But in my opinion, Zion won't play past 10 years in this league.
Nope.
He's already in his third year. Now hear me out. Hear me out before y'all attack me and say, Hezo, you're an idiot. Hear me out. I get Zion's got all the potential. He has it. But when you look at, he's been, what, he's in, I think his third year now, fourth year, I can't remember. So when you look at the games played, he's played 85 games in his career out of, what, 200 something, to say the least. He is on the same career path as Greg Oden.
What?
I seen a stat earlier that in the first 3 seasons of Greg Oden's career, in the first 3 seasons of Zion's career, if Zion doesn't play a game this season, Zion would have played 3 more games than Greg Oden at these 2 points in his career. Now I know it's been a little bit different for Zion because of the COVID season. That season was short. The following season after COVID, when they had a 72-game season, I get all that, but it's not a huge difference. And when you look at the trajectory of this kid's career, he's what, 21 years old, something like that, 22 years old. He's already on the injury report constantly, man, and he can't stay healthy. And part of it is because he doesn't take care of his body. Look how big he is, man. He don't care. He does not care about taking care of his body. People are saying this dude's the next LeBron. Stop it. Stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
He will never reach LeBron status because he don't care to take care of his body. He's overweight. He's close to 300 pounds. And I was making this comparison the other day to my homeboy and talking about Aaron Donald. And now I get it's 2 different sports, but Aaron Donald's around 300 pounds, like 280, 300 pounds, and he's solid muscle. Dude's like 10% body fat. And when you look at Zion, he's the exact opposite. He's huge, but I don't know, man. Y'all can call me crazy, whatever. But I don't see this dude's career going past 8, 9 years in the NBA. And if it does, he's going to be a role player in the NBA because he's going to be constantly hurt. I mean, we've already seen it all. I called it before it even happened. I said Ja Morant was going to be the best player in this draft class. And it clearly has turned out the way, and it's going to end up that way. You're looking at the Kevin Durant, Greg Oden draft class 2.0 in terms of the 1 and 2 picks. Now, I'm not saying Ja Morant's on Kevin Durant's level. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about strictly in terms of the injury-prone player at number 1 who is the clear-cut favorite for number 1 pick, and the number 2 pick who has elevated and become a superstar in this league at a young age. I'm not saying Ja Morant's on Kevin Durant's level. I'm just saying strictly in terms of a superstar compared to an injury-prone player. When we look back at this draft in 10 years, you're going to think Kevin Durant, Greg Oden, 2.0. Now, when Zion is healthy, I get it. Great play. I'm not going to say great player. A pretty good player, arguably a top 5 power forward in the league when he's healthy. But that's a very small sample size, man, and he hasn't been healthy very much. He can't shoot. He ain't a great ball handler. He's a pretty decent defender, but when you're 6'6", 3, almost 300-something pounds, he might even be 300 pounds now. That's just not a good look, and he clearly doesn't want to be in New Orleans. In my opinion, you should be really busting your ass to get back onto the court, and I get he has foot issues and all that, but you can still work out. you can still stay in shape. I don't know. And when I look at this draft and I look at a guy like DeAndre Hunter, and before you say something, I'm not saying DeAndre Hunter is better than Zion. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about strictly injuries. DeAndre Hunter has had knee surgery, wrist surgery, I think maybe even a second knee surgery, and he still played more games than Zion. Significantly more. Well, I won't say significantly more, but he's played like 100, I think it was 116 games when I looked on Basketball Reference, compared to 85, drafted the same year. And DeAndre Hunter has had injury issues himself, but has came back and has looked great since his return. When I look at Zion, is going to be, and again, this is going to be crossing sports here in a comparison, he's going to be the RG3 of the NBA. Great talent coming out of college. He played, 5-6 years? And after a couple years, he really fell off a cliff. Zion's trajectory is looking like that. Now, this is all my opinion. I always say it. This is all my opinion. Y'all may disagree with everything I'm saying. That's fine. But I don't see Zion as a superstar future. I don't, because of the injuries. Until he can prove to me that he can stay healthy and play a full season or close to a full season, just give me 70 games, then maybe I'll change my opinion. But for now, my opinion stays stern on that. I ain't going to change it until I see something change. So we'll see. It's all a what if scenario right now, a hypothetical scenario. I wouldn't even call it hypothetical, but it's a trajectory in terms of where Zion's career is going. I'm not even saying he's on the Greg Oden level, but in terms of injuries, he is on Greg Oden's level. Because Greg Oden only played 82 games through his first 3 seasons. Zion's played 85 through his first 3 seasons. So when you look at that and where Greg Oden's career ended up, he's on that path. And when you look at Ja Morant and what he's doing compared to what KD was doing, he's on that path. I'm not saying Ja Morant is Kevin Durant. I'm not saying he's going to be Kevin Durant or reach that level. I'm just making the comparison early on at the stages of their careers compared to KD's and Greg Oden's careers. Call what you want. Say I'm a hater. I like Zion. He's actually from around where I live. And he's huge around here. But I'm a realist, man, and I call it for what it is. I speak with bias sometimes, but I really like Zion, and I think he can be great if he can stay healthy. But he hasn't stayed healthy. He hasn't proved to me he can stay healthy, so I'm calling it for what it is. So that's all I got, man, and maybe of a hot take, and y'all let me know what y'all think. Is it a hot take? Am I tripping? Am I saying it too early? Am I jumping the gun? Whatever. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I'll catch y'all next episode.